Today, I'm going to be giving you a closer look at this gift wrap cutter. Okay, so basically what you have here is a box that you put your roll of gift wrap. Now, as you can see from this, it is very, very long and it's very wide. So if you have a larger roll, it's going to work well with this. And then you snap this down and there's a cutter right here that goes across. So you're able to get precise, perfect cuts that are not only straight, but you don't have that jagged thing of tearing with your scissors, and it's a lot faster. So let me go ahead and demonstrate this for you. You also have some lines here that you can measure. So if you are really serious about having nicely wrapped presents, this is a really cool tool for you, and you could cut just about anything with this. If you had like a larger roll of paper that you want to do for certain crafts or something, you could definitely measure out and cut with this as well. All right, let's give you a closer look at this cutter right here. So there's a little cutting wheel that goes through there. You just run like this to get a nice cut. Okay, let me get a roll of gift wrap to show you. All right, I was a little bit concerned when buying this that it wouldn't fit the kind of gift wrap we use. We get the really large, thick rolls from Costco that last for multiple years. I mean, we'll go through a couple of Christmases with them because we'll do 1 or 2 rolls and you can just do so many presents with them. But this roll, as you can see, is not long at all in comparison with this box, and the thickness fits in here no problem. So whether you've got those thin little rolls or you've got a big thick one, doesn't matter. Now if you can see from this, I've got this very crooked edge here from when I was cutting this with scissors. So this is what can happen there. So I'll show you how you can get a good cut with this gift wrap cutter. All right, so you want to put in so that the paper is coming up behind the back lip here and fold it over the edge. Let's take off a little bit to even this out. Okay, and then you close over top. And all you do, hear that cutting sound, is slice across. And you've got that perfect cut. Now I was going really slow. You can definitely speed up and go faster. So let's say that you don't want your paper to be this long. You only wanted a tiny square for a very, very small present. Well, you can still use this to open up, and let's say that I want to take off this chunk. So I'll lay it this way and then close this over top. Okay, now you can slide it without cutting. You just apply pressure where you want to cut. Okay, so right here, I will apply pressure and cut across, and I can just slide it over to the side. And there you go. And you can keep doing that as many times as you want. Let's say you want to use this like for an art project or something to just get strips of paper. Cut across. Maybe you just have, a regular piece of paper that you need to cut, but you are just not good at cutting straight lines. I mean, this works for anything. I could take a regular piece of paper and trim off an edge with it, no problem. Let me go grab one, in fact, and I'll demonstrate. Okay, so this is a little picture that my daughter drew, and let's say that I wanted to trim off the edges and make it a little bit smaller so that I can display it. So I'll just go ahead and lift this up. I'll move my gift wrap. Doesn't matter, I can just keep this roll in here. There's plenty of room. Okay, so I can lay this out, and I'll go ahead and make sure that it is straight. Okay, so because I'm lining up here, I can verify that it's going to be a straight edge. You can see exactly where you're cutting. When you're looking down at this bar here, you just look through the center here and you can see exactly where the blade is going to go. Okay, so I'll just take this and trim. And I've gotten a nice cut across here. So if you're just looking to cut something straight, besides just gift wrap. I mean, this cutter is great because I've had a couple of crafts cutters, but they're just smaller. So you can really do large pieces of paper to go ahead and trim on this because you've got this nice cutting board working area and you don't have to worry about putting down a mat to trim or anything like that. You just put your paper in here and cut across. Okay, it's simple, it's easy. You can use this with various things, not just with wrapping paper, but this is gonna make our Christmas a lot simpler. Now I've been going slow just to demonstrate, but I mean, it is really a fast process. Cut. Cut. Okay. It's awesome. So you can think about all the different ways that you would use something like this, but if I was only using this for gift wrapping cutting paper alone, it would definitely be a good buy for me. So as you can see now, my wrapping paper has a clean, straight edge, and it is just much better and easier than using scissors on a large thing of wrapping paper to wrap a big gift. And yeah, it just works really well. I'm super impressed with it. I love the size. Sometimes you can't exactly tell. You get the measurements, but you can't think in your mind what it's going to look like. But as you can see, this would hold a really long thing of wrapping paper. I mean, I have a good couple of inches on either side of this wrap. And it also works well with a very thick roll. So yeah, it's awesome. That is your cutter for wrapping paper or for anything that you want to get a trimmed straight edge. You could cut aluminum foil with this. I mean, you could just cut anything with it and it will cut pretty deep, so you don't have to worry about doing just very, very thin paper. So that is obviously because you've got a blade on this side. It's a little bit exposed, so be careful with it, but I wouldn't be too concerned about hurting yourself. Just make sure the kids aren't playing with it. But really, this is a great little box. And the storage space is slightly larger than your roll of wrapping paper, so just store it with a roll in there and it's not taking up any more space.